What's going on, guys? Andrew Piluk Hockey here, back again with another video, and it's another trade rumor video. These are the videos I like to make, so I definitely wanted to talk about it. Now, Winnipeg Jets fans, I know what you're thinking. You probably see, oh, it's on this side, the Toronto Maple Leaf jersey behind me. Listen, Jets fans have been killing me on this channel for years. I'm on your side with these rumors, okay? I do not think that this is realistic, and I think it would be stupid. So listen, don't be coming after me. I think both of these players are very good and the Jets should hold on to them. But because of these rumors and because of the talks, I at least wanted to bring it up and give you guys my thoughts on it. I'm not sitting here saying it's going to happen. I just want to give you guys my thoughts. So if you are new to this channel and you love NHL trade rumors, make sure to subscribe or just like the video, whatever you want to do, or comment down below why you did or didn't like the video. It's completely up to you, but I would greatly appreciate if you stuck around and joined the squad. I'd love to get to 8,000 subscribers, so thank you very much if you do choose to subscribe or like the video or interact anyway. But this video should be a lot of fun, and also recommend some stuff that you want me to talk about next down below. I love just talking about trade rumors, even if you have 5 different ideas, so let me know. Alright, so this is what stirred it up, okay? Frank Saravelli on TSN 1290 said he wouldn't be surprised to see Patrik Laine and Laine and Ehlers on the TSN trade board coming out this week. So whether or not that means he's heard something from a source, from a player, from a coach, could be from a scout, could be from anybody, that there's been internal discussions that the Winnipeg Jets might want to move on from one of these players. I don't know. It's very possible. But at the same time, a TSN trade bait board doesn't necessarily mean that something's going to happen. And this is coming from me, who's made videos on the TSN trade bait board like 3 years in a row, 3 or 4 years, I don't know, but I've made like videos on the original board and the updated boards, and sometimes out of like the 30 players that's usually on there, the 20 or 30 or 25, whatever they do, pretty much some of the time it's like 2 or 3 players get traded from that board. Now, you would expect that Laine and Ehlers would be probably towards the top of that board, but whether the Jets would have to get a king's ransom for both of these guys in order to move on, because the Jets are not in a stage where they need to rebuild. It's more of a retooling phase. I think a lot of people were surprised because their blue line was a lot better than it was supposed to be after making some significant changes. I mean, they didn't have Big Buff. Obviously, Myers was gone. They had a big change to their team, and you know, their team just came together and played very well. There was a lot of just crappy stuff that happened all year for the Jets, and they just came through and did their thing. Now, I just want to talk about Patrik Laine here real quick, because I've said it and I'll say it again. The guy, when he's healthy, when he's playing, when he's on his game, he's going to score, or at least have a bunch of really good scoring chances in pretty much every single game. Obviously not score every single game, that'd be ridiculous, but like, he's going to give you that scoring threat opportunity pretty much every single game. If you feed him the puck in one of his spots, more than likely it's going in the net. The guy has an absolute cannon. He is one of the best one-timers in the entire NHL. His wrist shot, his snapshot, he's got one of the most lethal releases I've seen on my time on this earth, and I'm 24 years old. I know that's not a crazy long time, but it's over 2 decades, and I think that that's, you know, crazy. I've watched a lot of hockey in my life. So looking at his numbers, rookie season, 64 points, guy had 36 goals. Then the next year took off, 44 goals, 70 points in 82 games. Then he dropped off a little bit, and I love how people consider that a really down year for him when he had 30 goals. You know, there's a lot of guys in the league that love to get 30 goals because then they can sign that paycheck real nice. Laine on a down year did that. I know that there's obviously a lot of, you know, background to why he needs to do more than that, but 50 points in 82 games played, and then of course in this season here he had 63 points in 68 games played. Not too shabby if I don't say so myself. 28 goals, 35 assists, and you know, the guy has had some injury trouble a little bit. Not obviously not the, you know, the 17, 18, 18, 19 season. He played full years there, but he's had some trouble before in the, you know, in his rookie season. He had to miss a little bit of time, not too much, and then this year he was dealing with some stuff as well. But Laine is a fantastic hockey player, and I think that it would be a huge mistake in terms of Winnipeg moving on from him. If you're gonna make a trade, you're obviously not gonna trade both Laine and Ehlers, and if you are gonna make a move, you're probably not getting rid of Patrick Laine unless there is some internal stuff going on there. But there's been chatter, and again, this isn't like me making stuff up. You can read about it. A lot of people aren't really sure how engaged Laine is all the time, and like again, I'm not in the dressing room, so I'm not really sure how accurate that is. But there hasn't been bad blood with Laine and his teammates, but there has been talk. And guys, take that with a grain of salt. But there's been talk that he isn't always engaged all the time, and again, you have to take that for what it is and believe what you want to believe, because I hate the term, chatter in the locker room, because most of the time we're not in there, reporters not in there, family, friends, whatever, they're not in there. It's just the team. So whether or not that's true, you kind of have to take that with a grain of salt. Now, Ehlers here, again, a really fast style player, can put up points, real solid player, and we'll get to the contracts in a little bit. But looking at his numbers, this past year, 58 points in 78 games played, 25 goals. He almost was getting to that career high in 29, and I'm sure if you play a full 82, he's probably getting close to that, if not beating it by a goal or two. Very, very, useful player on any team in the league. If you are trading Ehlers, you're probably going to get a lot back. Now, here's the other thing. A lot of teams might be looking at what Kyle Dubas got for Kasperi Kapanen, a third-line player that can put up maybe 20 goals and give you some decent points, kill some penalties, and seeing some of their players and going, okay, maybe we're not too attached to this guy. We're going to throw him out there on the market and at least see what we can get in return. Can we get a first-round pick for Ehlers? I mean, probably. Can we get a good prospect? Probably. So why not at least explore it? I mean, I don't agree with it because, if the Winnipeg Jets shuffle around some of their money that they have and maybe trade guys that aren't as good as these two, or maybe just trade one of them, again, I think Ehlers would go over Laine depending on what internally they believe. But you could get a lot for these guys, but I just don't know if it's the right time. I think the Jets are a team that is still very much a Stanley Cup contender with a little bit of a better blue line. They're probably going to have to improve a little bit because they might lose a guy like DeMello, of course, and you're not going to get the same output from some of the guys that maybe played a little bit out of their range, I guess. Everybody has like those years where they play real good and then they might slump the next year. You can't just assume they're going to be that good every single year unless they're a bona fide superstar and they don't miss, you know what I mean? But the next thing I want to talk about here, I'm going to block myself, is their cap friendly page. So looking at their contracts here, Patrick Laine is making 6.75, and of course when that 2021-22 season comes up, he's definitely going to get a raise from that number. So maybe the Jets are looking at that and thinking, damn, we can really cash in and trade this guy for a king's ransom, not have to worry about that contract, because maybe we're going to get back a guy that makes similar money or less, and a really highly touted prospect or whatever. They can use those pieces to go and get a different style player. Again, I just don't believe the Laine trade talk. I just don't know if it's going to happen. And then you look at Ehlers here, right? He can play multiple positions. He's 24 years old, so still really young. Same with Laine, he's 22. But $6 million all the way to the 2024-25 season, and then he's an unrestricted free agent in the 25-26 season. So a very good contract. $6 million for a guy that's going to give you, close to a 30-goal year. Maybe will touch 30 goals if he plays in a full season this year. And I don't really know if it's a great option. You can see, though, there's a lot of blue and red there, which means obviously restricted free agent and UFAs. They're going to have to make a lot of decisions. They've also got some decisions to make, like I said, on their blue line there. But there's a lot of talent towards the top of this lineup. Of course, Scheifele, Wheeler, Kyle Connor. They have a very talented forward core. But does that mean that you trade one of those guys for help somewhere else? Again, that's going to be up to you guys to decide. And, of course, the Winnipeg Jets. I just wanted to get your guys' thoughts and give my thoughts, because I think it is a little ridiculous, but at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised with, Kyle Dubas kind of setting the market on what forwards are going to be getting in trades here, unless people are looking at Jim Rutherford in Pittsburgh and going, oh my God, what did you do? Which a lot of people are doing that because he gave up quite a bit for a third line player. Obviously, I'm a Leaf fan. I'm happy with the return. I loved Kapanen, but he's not worth that much in a trade, in my opinion. So let me know down below what you guys think about this. I was a little bit surprised when I seen it, but again, we're in that part of the year where people are just putting stuff out there and saying, okay, maybe this is going to happen. So this was just my opinions. I want to hear yours, Jets fans. I'm sorry, honestly. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and subscribe if you're new. I'd love to have you here. And hopefully I'll see you in the next video or stream. Peace.